New to starting seeds, or maybe you've tried before and just haven't had much success, pay attention because these are where most gardeners fail. The first mistake that most gardeners make is they don't pay attention to the type of seed that they are going to be sowing. Every plant has different requirements for soil, moisture, light, depth, and care requirements. So it's vital that you pay attention and read that back of that seed packet. Mistake number 2 is a very common one. It's either starting your plants too early and now you don't know what to do with them because they really are ready to be planted outside, but it's not time yet. Or you start your plants too late and now you're kind of behind, you're waiting, germination's taking a while, and they're just not hardy enough to be transplanted outside. The most important thing you could do is, again, pay attention to what you're growing and when it needs to be transplanted outside. So you need to back up how many weeks from your last frost date and figure out how long you need to start planting these indoors. Mistake number 3 is using the wrong kind of soil. When you're starting seeds indoors, you need to use a seed starting mix. That's because it's specially developed and formulated to be light and fluffy so that those seeds can develop their roots and push through the soil quickly. A denser potting soil or potting mix is not going to be good for delicate seedlings. Another reason you need the seed starting mix is usually it's a sterile mix, so it protects against diseases and pests, which can be problematic in the early stages of a plant's life. Mistake number 4 is incorrect seed depth. Beginner gardeners tend to either go too deep when sowing or too shallow. If you sow too deep, you may prevent your seedlings from emerging from the soil, while if you're too shallow, that might not allow the roots to actually develop strong enough. Mistake number 5 is inadequate lighting. I know you probably want to try to do it by that sunny window, and depending on the seed, it might be okay, but most seedlings need at least 16 hours of light, direct light, so you're going to need to invest in grow light. Doesn't mean you have to buy the most expensive one out there. You can get grow light bulbs, you can get affordable grow lights, but there's going to need to be supplemental light. Mistake number 6 is not enough warmth for your seedlings to germinate. A lot of seedlings need warmth and heat, so you're probably going to need to invest in a heat mat. Again, you don't need to go out and buy a super expensive one. There are a lot of great options that are affordable out there, but that will help your seedlings get nice and warm and cozy and want to sprout up. Mistake 7 has to do with watering. Do not underwater your seedlings so that they are bone dry and can't get the moisture that they need to germinate, but don't overwater them and flood them so that they end up dampening off. It's a fine balance, but it's something that can be easily managed by checking daily and giving them a spritz or mist if they need a little bit more humidity and moisture. Mistake 8 has to do with lack of ventilation. Seedlings and plants are meant to be outside. They are used to the sun, the rain, the wind, and the elements. So giving your seedlings a little bit of wind or movement with a fan, a light breeze, would do them really good. It'll help them increase their strength and get them ready for the elements when they are ready to be transplanted. Lastly, mistake number 9 is forgetting or not following the proper process to harden off your seedlings. You can't grow these beautiful seedlings and then just decide to transplant them outside. You need to do a gradual process where you introduce them to the elements in short bursts until they can get out into the direct sunlight for more hours each day. So please, you've worked so hard on those beautiful seedlings and these seeds. Do not forget to harden off your plants.